Did anybody watch LeBron last night? I forgot.
I
Yeah, they
did.
still lost.
I know that.
Yeah.
Come on now. We
Yeah,
know
I
that.
ain't gonna lie. I tuned out after the nigga scored 40,000 though. I'm not even gonna lie to
Yeah,
you.
they lost. And
Like
that's literally everybody. That's what everybody did, and everybody, even the TV ratings, seen it. Niggas was
I
only there
went
for
to
that
the
little.
bar.
Yeah, and it's hard because it's like it
You
hasn't
could
even been a
see it.
full year. No, it has been a full year because Russ was traded before the deadline. So it's been a full year since he beat Kareem. But it's like for like the years leading up to it, that's all people kept talking about. He gonna hit Kareem, he gonna pass Kareem. So it's like all that talk for years about him passing Kareem. I don't really care about the 40,000 because y'all wasn't talking about this part yet. Y'all was more focused on him just out going past
Well,
Kareem. Y'all weren't really
well,
talking
it's
about, oh,
only
he gonna get the
because
40K.
it's only because no one's ever done it. So it's
That's true too.
like
It's
it
been a
didn't become
long-standing
it
milestone.
didn't become a thing till he literally got maybe 100 points close to it, and everybody was like, okay, this nigga gonna get 40K. Then that made him the only person with 40K points, 10K assists, 10K rebounds, or some shit. And I
40
mean,
10, 40 10 10.
it's probably gonna be the same thing if just say he get the close to 15K assists. I don't think so, but I mean,
How many points would a LeBron player averaging like the 25 or 27 points? How much would that average for a season? Like 2,000? How many points total is that usually?
uh,
Let's see. Let's see.
I would probably say maybe like 3,000,
Okay. So
4,000,
give
and
him
he's
three
been in
more
the
years. He
league for
might hit 50K. That's what's
yeah.
going I feel like that's a
22,
bigger milestone.
22,
I remember when he was at
2,214.
35,000.
Okay, so about 5 more seasons, give or take.
I
Depend if he
remember
keeps
when
that
he was
same
That's
at
numbers.
80. That's 82 games at averaging 27 points.
27. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so I say 5. Let's just say 5. Keep it at 5, give or take one or another season or
Give
a
it
season
5 years.
less. Yeah, give or
5
take
years.
5 years. So yeah,
Can he make? Can
Let's
LeBron
say
make
at
5
25.
years?
he gonna keep playing as
Yes
long as
and
it
no.
take Bronny to enter the league. That's what he
well,
said.
that's
But
only one more
also,
year. Well, I don't know. Does
Two,
Bronny do
two
one
more
more
years.
year or does
Well,
he do the
is
full
he?
4?
Is he? Who knows? Because so they're saying he might even test the waters this year. It depends on what the NBA scouts are saying about him. He said
To
that
be
he's
honest with
still
you,
gonna even see, what they're saying.
Mm,
I'm gonna be honest.
mm.
Bronny, we done seen Bronny's like style of play and seen that type of player in the league multiple times, and it's like he ain't. We're gonna put him on a bigger pedestal because LeBron James' son. We get that, but like his playing ain't on that same level of that hype that we should put it at right now.
What's
if
the
he
player
if he
comp? What
does
because oh go ahead,
If
Quinn.
I had to
if
compare
he
him right
does
now, oh, go ahead, Frank. Go ahead. I
if
gotta think about
he
that.
if he does 4 years college, it's gonna be a higher chance of him actually being successful in the NBA. Because when you go to
I think so.
Because if you do 4 years, he's gonna have the training. He's gonna be having the nutrition because he's gonna have a meal plan, and also, he gonna have more experience dealing with like higher levels of competition,
Mm-hmm.
and he gonna understand what it takes to actually be great. That's gonna be his years of development. He's still
Yeah.
underdeveloped right now. So like if he does one and done, he's not gonna make it in the league. Like
Right, no,
in my
right
I
now,
opinion.
agree,
one and
Yeah.
done he
but
shouldn't do. Player
Yeah.
comp,
but
I would say I
I
would
think during
compare
a couple years.
compare him right now. He I would probably say he's on like a Kyle Lowry level right now. But he's athletic, so that's what only puts him
Playmaker.
high. That puts him a little bit higher than
That's tough. That's tough.
because he
That's
can
a tough
shoot.
comp.
He's
But
not changing the game of anything. He's not gonna. You're not about to
so
put him in the game and change anything.
I think the thing is that you have to take into account is he's not being played into his full like right now. Like they're not playing him fully right now. They're still monitoring. Like the nigga went through a heart like
Which
what was it, a
that's why I'm like
contusion?
I'm not
So
That's why I think he need more years in
I'm not
college.
hounding
I
on
feel
him.
like
I'm just
that's
saying
why
right
I feel
now
like
his ceiling could definitely get higher than fucking Kyle Lowry. I believe that. way fucking higher than
Right,
Kyle Lowry.
right. But
But
see,
for right now,
so
coming
that's
off a
why
heart
I feel
surgery,
like so
bro, he could.
that's why I feel like, if he has some more years, and I agree with Frank, I don't even necessarily feel like it gotta be 4. Maybe give him 2, maybe give him 3. You know what I mean? Because the thing is the longer he does stay in college, the problem is and what's rushing him and why everybody tests the league so fast is because the older you are, the less attractive, quote unquote, you are, because they look at how long is your longevity. You got more years on this, that, blah, blah, blah. But I think
Wasn't we just talking about that?
Hold up. I think if you look at Jaime, you look at Triple J, you look at some of these guys coming in, and I'm using Triple J as just an example, but there's a few other guys. You got your Dames, you got your shit. I think Steph was even in college for a couple of years. So you have these guys that were quote unquote diamonds in the rough, but they were.
I'll give you another example, Pat. I don't want to mess his name up.
Jonathan Kuminga.
Kuminga.
He went through college. I believe. Don't quote me on this.
I don't even think he went to college. He went to Ignite. He went to the Ignite.
Straight to the G League.
He spent years in the G League, but it took him a while to get to where he's performing now. And that's what I'm talking about. Whether he go to college, he does the G League, he needs time to build that discipline and that process of always striving for excellence. That what made Kobe great. That what made Jordan great. That what makes LeBron great. Because even in their dominance, they're still working. It's still things they know they have to improve upon in their process of self-actualization as an NBA superstar or an NBA player. So I think,
right. And not even just them, not even all of. I think you see that in
all the greats. Yeah, all the stars.
Well,
all of these stars.
All I'm gonna say right now is for Bronny though, if Bronny do a one and done, Bronny probably gonna be in the league. If he go right now, Bronny gonna be in the league for maybe two years and be up in the G League. Yeah. He ain't gonna be up in that long. And I'm gonna be honest.
I can see that.
He's gonna be like Scottie Pippen Jr.
Yeah. I think with him, it's like going back to what Cooley was saying about like staying 4 years. He also has the luxury of, because a lot of guys, a lot of their reasoning behind going one and done. Because Pat, you were saying, I think some of it is the reason of like you don't want to go in as an older player, but I think also some of the reasoning why they want to go in now is go in while I'm hot. Do my one, like if I come in as a freshman and start and score 20 points a game, but it's like with you're LeBron's son. How much higher can your start really? So it's like so you have the luxury of saying, I can actually play my 4 years and take my time, because if you want to throw the age in there, cool. But in terms of my stock, I'm LeBron's son, man. I'm good, at least for a minute.
He could change the legacy back. He could bring it back to the 4 years, because remember, that used to be the thing. So he could change it to where it shows people like, yo,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I still think, I don't know what Duke was like. I don't know what these other programs weren't offering that made USC more attractive. But me personally, I've never really seen USC as a premier basketball school. Like, yes, they produced Evan Mobley and then some other guys in the past, but it's like
he's close.
He should have went to Kentucky, Duke, even Ohio State. Well, Ohio State's never really been.
That's the only thing
like that.
You gotta understand. They live here. They live here,
and I get that part.
And they're closer to home. That's the only reason that he went.
I get that.
And that's cool. You literally just stated it though. It doesn't matter what college he goes to. He's LeBron James' son.
A little bit.
No,
in terms of the development, though. In terms of the program.
But once
the program,
in terms of
and the playing time too.
I'm gonna tell you why. Too. You literally stated it. LeBron James' son. You don't think he's gonna get the best coaches? You don't think he's gonna get the best development coaches?
I think we gotta look that up. Did USC fire somebody the moment they signed Bronny?
Well, I'm about to say
I'm looking at it this way. This is how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it where you have certain kids. Okay, they went to Kentucky. They're in-house growing this kid. They're in-house working with him. We got LeBron James' son over here that has the best
resources,
basically the best doctors in the world, Because LeBron he ain't getting no little off the scrub person off the street that's helping his body and keeping him up. Bro, he's gonna do the same thing for his son. He's gonna get the lethal shooter from Instagram. He gonna get whoever the best handle person there is.
The
All
word
he
of the
I think
day,
the tra-
King.
I
think
think
about it
He
to
gonna get the
Bronny Jr.
I think the next season
Hey,
the transfer
shout out
window
to
is
all the
going to pull up.
listeners. Shout out to all the listeners. The word of the day is, kids,
I know.
nepotism. Nepotism.
Why they gotta be kids? Why they gotta be kids? Why they can't be adults? Be regular human
I wanted to
beings.
let him cook because I want to hear the word.
It be
'Cause I was-
grown. It be grown adults. It be
I
grown
don't
kids
give a
that
fuck.
be.
See, Mel, you fall around with him. I ain't gonna fall with him.
But
No.
But the
nah,
word of the
but-
day is
but first off-
nepotism. LeBron James' son has nepotism.
But
We'll-
that
we'll
doesn't.
have
to
So
see.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm gonna say this though: if your team don't do shit, you ain't. I don't care. Like you better cook. You better cook. But
I
if your
think-
team ain't doing nothing,
I
bro,
think the
like what that
team is
like,
important in terms of his. I don't think the team is important in terms of his
What
draft.
do you say?
I don't think his team.
like if they're not in March Madness, if they're not making it to
I don't
you
think
know
they
deep
are.
inside of these
That's not
tournaments
necessarily an
and-
absolute though. Even if your
But I'm
team
saying,
loses,
and you
like
aren't cooking, what is like? You're just another guy. There's how many
So
teams in
basically,
college?
what you're saying is within his 4 years of
Anthony
college,
Edwards went to Georgia,
USC
and
has
they
to make
didn't
March
do nothing
Madness.
significant.
Within his 4 years of college, bro, I do see him becoming a level. Wait, hold on. What'd you say, Cooley?
Anthony Edwards went to Georgia, and his time at Georgia, they
Anthony-
didn't really win.
They are
Anthony
12 and
Edwards
17.
won Mr. SEC. I don't even know if it was Mr. SEC, but he won the SEC award, like all-time leading award at that time. So he was like the number one. You know what I mean?
But that you just
he
said
was,
too.
he was
okay.
cooking. That's why I said you better be cooking.
Hold on. What I think is
Okay.
important, what I think is important in terms of the team, because right now USC is 10 and 17. They're not in at all. But I don't think, okay, his record at USC won't affect his draft stock, but his record at USC is going to affect his like actual play and how he plays with a team. Because if you're playing with a trash team, that's not good for your development. But I don't think his record is going to impact his draft stock because they could go 2-2, and he's still, like I said, he's still got the stock of being LeBron James's son. So in terms of getting drafted, he's still good. But in terms of him as a potential player,
well, I'm gonna say this.
he needs a better
We've
team to
seen this
become a better
before
player.
in Michael Jordan's sons. We've seen this in Michael Jordan's sons. And if Michael Jordan's sons didn't make it, then nigga LeBron's son's not gonna make it.
That's true.
That's a fact. If you not hooping,
but my thing is, so Cooley brought up Anthony Edwards, right? And his statement is true. The Georgia wasn't that good, even though he won that individual award that you brought up, Pat. His team wasn't that good. They didn't have that much success. So that's and
he
this
was
statement
hooping though.
is going to be in Bronny James. In this talk of Bronny James, he's going to have to be either A, his team's going to have to go to March. He has to go lead his team to March Madness. B, he's going to have to be the best player on their team. They just can't win, which is not a problem. Or C, he just going to literally chill out and be even the whole entire time with that team, which is right now, he's still getting, I'm not going to say I'm going to count this season. I'm not going to count the season, but I'm not going to harp on him for this season because one, he's returning from the heart injury thing. So it's like,
this is red shirt season to me.
So it's really, he's just out there getting used to his teammates. But I'm not like, well, why ain't he winning? I'm not gonna do that for this season because next season, that's when I'm gonna probably be like, all right, what they doing?
If
that transfer portal, they need to hit that portal.
level at? Did you grow? Did you get taller? Like, what,
if the team doesn't improve in his third, fourth season, okay, I feel like maybe you could make a case for okay, that'll be a factor in how he evaluated. But like these first 2 years, I think that doesn't matter. It don't hold as much weight, like in the grand scheme of things.
Well, we're gonna have to see. Anywho, yo, welcome back to the Heavily Opinionated.
Oh
podcast.
yeah, we cooking.
It's your boy Jamel Kijana, aka Melly Mel, aka whatever you want to call.
me.
Whitney, I got.
It's your boy. It's your homie. I'm chilling out today. It's your boy Playboy Troy. What it do, folks?
What it do? What it do? Who else I got with me tonight?
It's the Honorable Frank Mason, aka Cooley High, and we in the sanctuary.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last but certainly not least,
Shit, these niggas on chill. It's like, nah, you know what it is, man. It's Platinum Pat. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be here. Happy to see the happy folks. And none of you got down.
Nah, it's raining over here. It's raining over here in the Bay.
yes,
so
sir.
Like, the mood.
Oh
has
yeah,
been
y'all
like,
had there's a whole blizzard going on in the mountains out there and in the mountainside of California. Yeah, over there. Not in the Bay,
we ain't on the mountainside, but
yeah.
Like I want to say earlier this week, we probably had sun for like two or 3 days out of the week. The rest has just been rain and cloudy the whole entire time.
So and like the other day we had like 40 miles per hour, like gusts with the rain.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So like right now I'm just chilling. I'm like, like the rain sets me in a mood where I just want to go to sleep sometimes. It just brings it down. Then I be having R&B music on in the background in the house, in the room. So I just be sitting here chilling, listen to R&B while the rain hits the window.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Playing Keith Sweat, make it last forever while the rain.
Boy, that's the song
wind
right
pane,
there,
the
boy.
window pane.
But also, like other than R&B though, I also be having like the games on and stuff. And like I know we're recording right now, like on a Sunday. I turned off the game. I was trying to watch the ball. First, I watched who was it? I think it was the Mavs.
The
Mavs and the Sixers. That was a good game to the end. But I turned the Warriors and Boston Celtics game off at the end of the first quarter. I was done.
They put 70 in the first half.
Well, in the first quarter, really within like the first 7 minutes, Jaylen Brown had already had 19 points. That's one thing. Because Draymond Green kept daring him to shoot. So he went, I want to say he went like 6 for 8 from the 3-point line.
Shoot.
No, he was literally like backing.
Yeah, like I'm visualizing it right now.
Like he was like, I
call my bluff.
And he called him, man, he lit his ass up. I'm gonna tell you that. So like,
today, earlier today.
Quarter, I want to say at the end of the quarter, it was 44-22 at the end of the first quarter. And I was like, yup, this shit done. I turned the game off. I was like, bro, if I'm Steph Curry, because Steph Curry wasn't supposed to play this game because he has a injured right knee. Bro, if I'm Steph Curry, bro, I'm heading to the back. I done showered. By at least
back on the plane.
I done showered. By the time these boys come in at halftime, I'm changed out. Me, my wife, and kids out the door.
Bag ready.
I got
my sweatsuit on.
I got the 4.
Yeah, we don't have to go pack style. Get the trash bags.
Yeah,
140 to 88, 44 to 22, 38 to 16. Y'all fucking put up 22 points and then put up 16 in the next quarter. They never scored more than halftime.
Mollywop.
Bro, they never scored more than 26 points. The 26 points came in the fourth quarter. They outscored the Celtics by 1 point.
Mollywop. Chicken.
No.
2 pieces and a biscuit.
What that boy Pat Bell say? Belts to asses. Belts to ass. It was, and you can see it on TV, man. When they pan that after Jaylen, because at this point they call a timeout when they had already went on a 21-0 run, and because of course if you don't watch Warriors games, I can tell you exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna go on a run. Steve Kerr will watch them go on a run. He will watch them get down by like double digits. He'll watch them do a 15-point lead and then be like, they could get out of it. Nigga, what?
No.
This is not 2014 no more, my boy.
Brother,
nobody's about to hit 5 threes in a row. Nobody's about to do that and then play defense.
You gotta actually coach. I'm sorry to tell you, Steve Kerr. You gotta actually do your job, which is crazy.
They already out the game, and then they pan the camera over to Draymond, and he's sitting there like this, mouth wide open. Mouth wide open.
Catching flies.
So now so now you know what's about to happen now. After Belt went to ass, he about to go home. Well, he about to go get in the hotel. He about to pull up his fucking podcast and be like, man, they just played a better game than us. No, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
Cut that damn podcast off and tune in. I don't want to hear that.
They made 10 threes in the first quarter.
Yeah. And I want to say 5 or 6 of them was Jaylen Brown by himself.
5 5 of them was Jaylen Brown for sure.
Yes. Yes.
I'm looking at the stats here because I had to look at this breakdown.
Told his
I
ass,
had to
told
look at
their
this
ass up.
breakdown.
I want to say
In the
Steph went
first
0 for 4
half.
in the first quarter.
If you're gonna leave a man wide open and he's in the
15
NBA,
to 3 threes.
if you're gonna leave a man wide open and he in the NBA, I don't care what his name is. He could be Kwame Brown. He gonna catch fire eventually. And that happened
That's
today.
Crazy, man. The
That
Celtics,
is
they on
crazy.
fire. They on fire. Number 1 seed in the West, got the best record in the NBA. And speaking of
in
it,
the
that's
East.
going to lead us into our first topic, is
Smooth.
talking about this
Yes.
Eastern and Western. Now that we out of the All-Star break, it's been a week and a half since the All-Star break. You know, we really getting back into seeing some good basketball before the playoffs next month. But yeah, Playboy Troy, break it down for us. What's going on?
Break it
Yeah.
down, Playboy.
Yeah. So, first of all, I'm gonna go into the West. I'm gonna tell you this is which I found funny to me. So if you're looking at the Western Conference, right,
Mhm.
from 1 to 8, literally every game is made. Every team, like the most space you get is 2 games, and that's between the Nuggets and the Clippers. Because right now, tied at 1 to 3. Well, tied at 1 is the Thunder, the Timberwolves, and the Nuggets. Right now, tied for first place. After that, the Clippers are 2 games behind them, and then from there, it's not like it's like 4 games with the Pelicans.
Literally.
4 games, and that's when right after that is like half a game, 1 game, half a game, half a game, 1 game, and that's all the way down
To the
to
Lakers.
maybe the 10th
Yeah,
spot.
Lakers
And
sitting
that's-
at 10 with 33. They are 2 wins away. They are 2 wins away from possibly being a 6.
You know what
Right,
this remind me of?
But
You
no,
know what this remind me of? And I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna let you finish your point, Playboy Troy. I'm gonna let you get it off.
Yeah,
But
go
this
ahead.
remind me of when we had Kobe, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan. We had Chris Paul. Like it
See.
remind me of the golden days of the Western Conference Finals. Well, from
Yeah.
1 to 8, it's anybody. It's anybody ball game. It's whoever could get them gritty end of the season win W's, and that's gonna decide the standings. And juxtaposition, the Eastern Conference Finals remind me of that same time when you only had like 3 teams that was on
I was
par
about
with
to
the
say
1
I
to
was
8
gonna
teams.
get to that point right there. That really, if you sit there and you look at it, like we said, really from you can say because it's a tie for first place, it's 3-way tie for first place. From 4 all the way down to 10, they're basically literally right there next to each other. 1 or 2 games really breaking them apart from each other. It's not that big of a gap. But if you look at the East, the number 1 team, which is the Celtics, who has the best record in the whole entire NBA. After that, you look at the Cavs, who has the second best record. They're basically a 4th seed in the West. They dropped down from a 2 seed down to a 4 seed that fast if they got moved to the West right now. And that's literally the same way for the rest of all the teams in the East, where basically everybody below the Celtics are a 4 seed and below team. That's, to me, I'm like, man, there's no real threat when it comes to the Eastern Conference, and that's even including my team, the Heat. Bro, we're 34-26 right now. 34-26. We're basically sitting there tied up for 5th seed, 6th seed, and 7th seed. We're tied up. It's not like, oh, we have separation from somebody in these groups. We're literally tied up. And that's the same way for the 4th through the 8th seed of the Eastern Conference. They're all literally tied up together. And then you have bum Bulls and the bum Hawks sitting there.
Yes, sir.
They basically could creep their way into the playoffs because it's
alive,
the low
baby.
is I don't want to say low standard, but it's kind of like you could creep your way in if you play all right to get up in there for the Eastern Conference. So my mindset or my thought is, how would y'all make the East more competitive, or like at least on the same level of a competition of the West? Like how would you fix that?
Here's how I okay.
Can I? Mel, you want to go? You want to go?
It's quick. Yeah,
Yeah,
there is
yeah,
no way
yeah.
to fix it. You just got to deal it. You got to throw it all away. Just be like, hey, forget all the traveling and how easy it is to do the East and the West. If you want to make it more competitive, you have to do the NFL strategy and say, okay, let's not have the East and the West so like definite in terms of like the playoffs. Let's do these two conferences where, yes, your division, like we make the divisions more of an impactful thing. So that way you do get to have those same amount of games, because in the Eastern Conference, what do? You play every team 3 times or 4 times, and then the West,
Four
you play
times.
everybody. Yeah, because the West, you play everybody twice, home and home. I mean, home,
Twice.
home and home.
Yep.
And then the East, you'll play everybody 4. Make it to where your division, you play them 4 to 6 times. Then everybody else is just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or however they want to do it. I don't know. That's a lot of math. But either way, I say focus more on the divisions, so that way you can still keep that geographical like rivalry, the geographical distance, so that way you can save money. I know that's a huge thing in the NBA, but outside of that, in terms of playoffs, who cares about traveling fees in the playoffs? Like, let's just get it done. So I say that's the best way to do it. So that way you can kind of mix everything up. And that's a realignment that I'd definitely be willing to look at.
I like that. I actually really like that. It's better than what my answer was. My answer was we were going to fucking live with it. You know what I mean? Until they get the better players over there. Because they ain't got no players over
that's
there.
the reality.
Like, who's over there in the East? Like, nobody's really over there. Everybody's either developing, or it's like you look at, like, so first I wanted to say something about, I guess, like the win percentage, you know what I mean? And you're looking at the differences. And I mean, I think that just correlates with what I'm saying here. It's like, look at these teams versus look at those teams over there. And I think that goes to what Playboy is saying. But in that same breath, like, let's not just focus on the top seed teams. Let's look at the bottom seed teams, right? So we got Washington, we got Detroit, we got Charlotte, you got the Raptors as the bottom 4. You got the Spurs, you got the Blazers, you got Memphis, you got Rockets. These 4 teams on the West is still better than those teams on the East.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm just saying it's a talent thing. I don't really necessarily think that it's just a level of
definitely a talent.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I think that's really what it is. And I don't know, maybe if you look back at the lottery, maybe we would see that the West has gotten more higher picks, maybe, or maybe the East have gotten more higher picks and people. But I mean, I think even if you think about it as well, where do you want to live at? Do I want to live in Chicago? Do I want to live in Indiana? Do I want to live in Charlotte? Or do I want to live in Portland? Do I want to live in Houston?
That boy Damian Lillard went from Portland to Milwaukee, and he looked stressed.
Do I want to? Well, that's a whole different thing. He's dealing with shit outside of stuff. He's dealing with a divorce. Like, I would be stressed too. You know how family oriented the man.
But that plays into moving. He's dealing with a divorce, and you got to looking at another thing. The brother wanted to be in Miami. They're putting him over in Milwaukee.
Right.
So
I mean, that is a whole other thing. But he said he was okay with going to Milwaukee, and he okayed it. I mean,
he had to refund his swimming trunks.
He was like, I mean, I don't think that's really bothering him more than that outside thing. I mean, Miami's cool, but you with Giannis, you know what I mean? So on the basketball front, I think I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? But on the behind the scenes shit, and like how secretive and family oriented, the fact that we know he's in a divorce type shit, I'm surprised. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was just it probably got leaked or put out, whatever. But
I didn't even know
I'm more willing to live in Utah. That's pretty much why he looked as stressed and looked like that. Like, that's why his play is like that. But and then you gotta align yourself in a new city, new state, get yourself going. Kids is probably in school over there, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather live in Utah than live in Indiana. You know what I mean? Like, and neither state is necessarily attractive.
Okay,
but I ain't got to deal with. I ain't got to necessarily deal with the snow and the cold shit and all that. And I'm in Utah, so I'm still close to. I don't know if Utah snows like that. I don't know.
It does.
I don't know. Y'all tell me.
No, it snows more. It's gonna snow more in Utah because you're with the mountains.
In Indiana?
Yeah, more than Indiana. Yeah.
Yes, more than Indiana.
Wow. Well,
Don't get
but I'm
it
still
twisted.
closer to
Indiana
LA.
gonna get their
I'm
stuff.
still closer to LA.
Yeah,
I'm still
about
closer
15,
to
about
LA.
Closer
I'm
to
15
still
Vegas.
closer to
hours,
Vegas.
about
I'm
12
still
hours.
closer to Vegas.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
close to Vegas. Yeah, well, not
12
12
hours,
hours.
Well,
15
Pat,
No,
hours.
I'm
12
gonna say
hours is
this.
I'm not
Colorado.
driving
So
nowhere. What the
maybe
fuck is wrong with you?
Utah's
I'm getting on a
probably
plane,
Utah's probably 8. Oh, my bad.
not
I'm
driving
road runner. I'm a
anywhere.
road
What
runner.
is
My
wrong
bad.
with
My
you?
bad. I'm a road runner. Ain't nothing
If I
wrong
was
with
in the
that.
NBA, bro, like that doesn't make no sense for me to be getting on no fucking.
I
If you
forgot. I
was in the
wasn't thinking
NBA, I
NBA.
wouldn't tell you to get on the fucking
No,
plane.
I would not.
I would you
I,
like
I was not thinking
so,
NBA. I was thinking road runner. I was like, oh,
so
that's
that's
only
my
about coming
mindset.
out.
Like I
Well,
don't have to be
Pat,
home. I don't have to be here.
Pat, to prove your point, right? Though you could literally just go back and look at the All-Star teams.
That was gonna be my point, but I wanted to let
Go look
everybody
at the
get.
All-Star team.
East was just
They're,
young and fresh.
you're
They
literally
could
looking
last
at
the four quarters.
yeah, like you said, the East is literally just. To be honest with you, the East is looking like these are the guys who graduated from the Rising Stars Challenge. And then you look at the West team; these are guys who go into the Hall of Fame.
These are the Monstars. So
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. And these are the guys who graduated. Look at them.
This is
But-
Goliath and this is David.
So
Class of 20,
exactly.
class of
And even though the East
2016
won,
versus
did the
class
East
of
win?
2020.
They only won because they took the shit serious off bail. And
Of
because
course.
like that was it. Like that
They're playing
actually
against a
is
whole
nothing
bunch
else.
of
That
old
was
people who've been to the All-Star break nonstop. They don't care.
Now I do wanna say this though. You mentioned Atlanta and Chicago, it's creeping in. I think Atlanta is creeping in. Chicago, yeah, that's straight, Rose. Chicago, my fault, y'all. But Chicago, Hawks, the Hawks is more creeping in. And even though they down by 2 games, right? The Hawks is more creeping in than Chicago to me.
Chicago
Because
gonna creep out.
Chicago, they hooping, they just dealing with fucking injuries. And if they were in better
Well,
suit, I think it
but
would
you
be
got
better.
I say creeping in because you gotta remember it's the play-in still. So
Now,
really
not because this is facts, because Utah would be over them if they were in the East.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So-
like even the people who's in the bottom of the West could literally you literally shift the Jazz, the Rockets over to the
12th
East.
seed is matching up with the 9th and the 10th.
Bro, they will literally instantly get in there. But then the only real battle right now is really between the Hawks and the Nets because it's like who's gonna creep in there? Because they're only 2 games behind the Hawks.
Yeah.
And
the
guess
Hawks
what?
can
If you
blow
put
2
the
games
Nets, if you put the
easily.
Nets over there in the West, they ain't even in the picture like that.
And we don't even have Trey Young. It's just Javon Murray.
And we just we just saw the Nets beat the Hawks last night. So that's all I'm telling you. Like you can see
And that
like
point you made about Utah shifting to the East, we seen that the other day when we was watching Utah versus Miami. Utah was competing with Miami. And Utah, what seed Utah is?
They're not even in the playoffs.
11.
They're not
in the
even in the
West.
playoffs, and Miami is like number 6, number 5.
Yeah.
Miami is 6. Yep. So, and I think, but I will say this now for the East, the top seeds. Now, if Joel Embiid was not hurt, we would see Philly being in the 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody got to say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Now,
I mean, I give it to them.
Outside of
Cleveland
that-
and New York was 4 and 5 last year.
Yeah.
Well, Cleveland had etched themselves up to number 2. I like what
Well,
they
only
did now
'cause they-
with spacing things out.
They got that chemistry now. They're getting better. They got better chemistry now.
Mm-hmm.
Because last
They got better
year,
chemistry.
you still was working out them
So-
kinks.
So they was doing a 3-2 front last year. If you looked at it, they had 3 out and they had 2 in, and they ended up doing 1 at the free throw line. Now they're doing more of a 4-1. They got Evan Mobley running from the baseline, and he's able to catch the lobs already. He's able to still, but he can shoot that 3 a lot more. You got Jared Allen a lot more free range on the inside. He can set a screen
And that boy
anywhere.
Jared
So
Garland.
it's just allowing.
That boy Derek Garland, his first year, he wasn't really shooting it through like that. He was mainly scoring inside.
And I don't know about that. Darius Garland.
He was pulling like how he is now.
I let it fly.
Well, he's got more confidence.
Let's look at his stats.
When they moved on from Colin Sexton, he got more confidence because they didn't know who really was the point guard at that point. So now he's the point guard.
Okay.
So now the confidence is there. Like, this is your team, you lead it. This is this is your team, but you're the point guard of this team. This is Donovan Mitchell's team right now. So,
and he was coming off of an injury as well. So, but I mean, he was a shooter though. He's a shooter.
Okay.
He always been a shooter.
I would say Mel.
I'm about to look at it.
Mel's statement of how to fix it. I agree with that. The only thing I will add to that is if you're going to do that type of setup, we have to change the format of the playoffs back to what it was, the 2-3-2. I'm okay with that setup.
What is
so
that?
So basically, how it used to be was the higher seed will go. So say they're in the seed of 1 to 8. The 1 will get the first 2 home games, and then the away team will get the first 3. They'll get the next 3 games.
Okay, I got you.
And then you get you get the higher seed the last 2 games.
Oh,
so the
that's
higher
cool
seed
too.
Which to me, I think that would be good because you get travel wise is easy. Because if I'm playing, if I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this, and say Miami has to play, I just go with they have to play against the Phoenix Suns in the playoffs or something like that. So then you'll play in Phoenix for 2 games. Miami will have to fly to Phoenix for 2 games. Then they'll have to fly back, stay in Miami for 3 games, which is like a week. They stay in Miami for a week, and then they fly back to Phoenix for 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see what you mean.
I mean, and that's not a problem to me. I'm like, shit, you basically already doing that flying anyway. But this time you get an extended first. You get to be in Phoenix for maybe 3 to 4 games or 3 to 4 days, and then you come back to Miami. You get to stay there for a whole week, and then you go to Phoenix. And depending on the series, you basically gonna be there for 3 days.
Yeah.
So
it's a week.
Yeah. So
between the whole series.
And then hey, you get your family up there, whatever. If you need all that, you need all that. But I don't think it's a big deal if you do that, mixing up the division to make more competitive games and more competitive playoff series. All by means, just do the 2-3-2 setup. Don't do 2-2-2-2 1-1-1. Me personally, I like a 2-2-2-1. Oh. I mean, I don't know. To me, I enjoyed the 2-3-2. Back in the day, I enjoyed it because I'm like, okay, because now this to me it was like, if you're a championship team, for you to beat a team 2 times on your floor, and then go to their floor and then beat them 2 times on their floor, that's crazy. Then you sweep them. But if you can't if y'all going out of that series, if you leaving out your home, y'all 1-1. And then you basically leaving out with some momentum, because that's what always the mindset is. Oh, we just got to get 1. We just need 1. And then you take it back to the house with 3 games straight, and all they're thinking about as the incoming team is, bro, all we need is 1. All we got to do is get 1. Because even if we leave out off that 3 out of those 5 games, if I leave out of there heading back to my house down 3-2, bro, it's a guarantee. We got a home game. We got guaranteed home games for the last 2 games. The crowd gonna be rocking. They gonna be rocking because they ain't trying to see us get eliminated. So the crowd gonna bring the energy. So I can guarantee we can get a game 6, and then best believe we going to the game 7, and I'm on my home floor. Oh, bro, it's
blood in the water.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be jumping. The roof already blown off before we even get into the building. Going into game 7, 3-3 with that. Bro, and I felt like I always enjoyed that back in the day, growing up, because I'm like, bro, all they gotta do is get 1. As my favorite team, looking like, bro, all they gotta do is get 1. Damn, they down 2-0 going home. Damn, they can't lose no more. I'm like, yo,
and it even be better for the fan experience, and it'll have another layer of a drama to the playoff atmosphere. We had those Atlanta Hawks-esque playoff atmospheres consistently though.
I like that.
Yeah, I snuck that
really like that.
Yeah, no, Pat. I'm sorry, Pat, but I'm not gonna allow him to sneak that in there.
Yeah, I snuck it in there.
Atlanta, y'all arena be rocking.
You gotta just let that shit. You gotta just ignore that shit.
I ain't gonna allow him.
Hold on. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. Atlanta do be rocking for the playoffs. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I don't know about all that. Compared to like the Knicks.
Okay.
Compared to
Go back,
Boston.
the
and, go back
Knicks-
and look at that series.
The Knicks.
Go back and look at that series and look at what won them the game.
Compared to Boston.
They came here. What happened?
Compared to the Knicks. Compared to the Warriors arena.
First
Boston
off, you're
be walking 'cause
comparing
of they
the
matchups.
Knicks. The Knicks. First off, the Knicks is, you said it yourself. It's a historical arena. What do you think is gonna happen if you go to the Knicks? That shit is huge.
Breaking
Well,
news,
he the one who
Jalen
wanna
Brunson
sneak them
just
in
went
there.
down like within
Second
the
off-
first minute of the game.
When you try to compare, when we
The
talk
Hawks.
about who arena gonna be rocking, he gonna pull up the Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, I'm not about to allow him to slide by with that.
The Hawks still be rocking, bro. The Hawks be rocking, bro.
That's like
bro.
if we talking about college football and out of nowhere, Frank be like, man, at Jackson State, the Jackson State Stadium be rocking, brother. You tell me you decided to choose them out of like
You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do
How
that.
to do that? You could have said
Jackson
they do.
State is a Charlotte. That's Charlotte. That's the Hornets. Hell, Miami sometimes look like Jackson fucking State.
Oh, I can tell you that.
Atlanta be
Ain't nobody
looking.
I was
Atlanta
just
be looking more
no.
interesting
I
than
was
Miami.
just telling Cooley that. I was like, bro, you could literally look at the seats, bro. You in Miami? I don't have to go to a game. I watch
We
it at
in
the bar.
Miami.
Yeah, we in Miami. But I'm not saying Miami Arena gonna be rocking. All I said
Atlanta, a part of it is going to a game. You go to the game and then you go into the booty club.
bro, okay.
Okay,
If you fly
let's
to
move on.
Miami,
All right.
you want to show
All
the best
right.
part
Yes,
of
you
Atlanta.
are. We're
What
gonna
we
let
doing?
it.
Anywho.
Atlanta, and you go into a game, you go into the Falcons game, then you might. All right, it's on a Sunday now. Falcons game might be 3:00. That shit over with at 5. You going to go get you some dinner. You chilling with your people. You tucking your family in. You talking with your bros. You chilling. You doing everything. You know what I'm saying? You parlaying. Come 10:00. You live that life, man. You go out.
What we
Whether
hitting,
they
Blue
won or they
Flame?
Well, let
lost.
me get this straight.
Whether they
We
won
hitting
or they
Magic
Let me
lost.
get this straight. You talking about going to a fucking game, and I'm talking about playoff atmosphere. What arena has the best playoff atmosphere? You over here talking about going to the Blue Club at 10:00? You see what
I'm talking about the entire reason why Atlanta be rocking. Because it's
Brother,
a part
you
of the
stand up
day.
for Atlanta more than
Bias.
See, that's the
Savannah.
problem.
Yeah, I was about to say
That's
this
the
is
problem.
some Atlanta
You
bias.
stand up
You
for
so
Atlanta more
wrapped
than
up.
Listen,
See,
Savannah.
you done
I'm
heard about
biased, but
booty.
I'm not
You heard about
delusional.
booty. You fucked up, and you didn't went over there. You think about booty so much. Remember what we
Well,
talking
brother,
about.
I said all
Remember
I
what we
said
talking
was,
about, man. Don't let the booty get
all
you
right,
there.
cool.
Now.
Well, impromptu question: who has the best arena when it comes to fans? Who be having arenas shaking? Who has the best fans,
In the
team-wise,
NBA?
NBA-wise, where you like, damn, that gym is lit. Everybody up in that bitch jumping up and down. Who going crazy?
Historically, in recent years, I would say the Warriors, but I don't know this year because I haven't been watching some NBA. Usually prime time, so I'm not.
Now
I don't really. I feel like I'll be able to answer that question.
They've toned it down this year.
I feel like
When
I'll be
they
able to
was
answer
in
that. I
Oakland-
feel like that's the
When
thing
they
about
was in
NBA.
Oakland, they was lit.
That's the thing about the NBA.
Yeah, what was it
I
in
can't
Oakland?
answer that. I can't answer that till the playoffs because these primetime games and these Tuesday night games, the arenas are nothing like when y'all have the playoffs. So I think it's gonna be a playoff team because I don't think a non-playoff team is gonna have the arena rocking like that on a random Tuesday night. So I think come playoffs, we'll see who's gonna have the most rocking arena. There was one year where it was. I think whenever the Knicks do make the playoffs, it's them.
No, I'm gonna tell you who always be rocking.
I'm
I'm gonna tell you who always been rocking. Boston Celtics.
feel like I was about to say the Boston
they're
Celtics
in the
or
playoffs
Lakers,
every year.
bro, but
Well, to me, I mean, if we're sitting there and we're talking about,
I was just trying to use them, the Atlanta Hawks and the Knicks.
this
as
is a
an
good conversation
example.
to talk about. We're
As-
just
as
adding
just
more
as an
content to the
example.
show. And that's all. I'm just adding more content to the show. Like,
Oh,
also,
absolutely. But I want to give context when I don't want to say I just snuck that in because I'm an Atlanta fan. I snuck that in because I just vividly remember when the Hawks played the Knicks, like that was like one of the top like playoff series as far as atmosphere that year.
Ben Simmons
It
didn't
was
want to shoot a
intense.
layup
And I'm just saying,
because
I'm just using that as an example to say if we go to the format that that Najee suggested, we'll have consistently that throughout the playoffs, across series, not just Atlanta or whoever.
We got it. Well, it's about the rivalries, like building rivalries and stuff like that. The Knicks and the Hawks had built the rivalry from that.
I think because it was the
Trae
first time the
Young
Knicks had been
built
in
the
the.
rivalry.
I think that is solely because, and I might be biased because I like we was talking about before the pod. My dad, is a Knicks fan, so I grew up just kind of like never was a Knicks fan, never am. But I always be like, dang, I do want to see the Knicks finally get it together one year. So when I saw the Knicks finally make the playoffs for the first time in forever against the Hawks, I think that's what got it turned up. Don't get me wrong, Atlanta, y'all do y'all thing. But I think the fact if Atlanta had to play somebody else that round, I don't think that series would have been as lit. I think it's the fact that they had to play the New York Knicks, who coming straight out of COVID too, never even been in the playoffs in like I don't even
Yes.
yeah, I was in our
I don't think
lifetime.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair to
It's not
say
supposed to be fair.
because the Hawks went off to beat the 76ers right after. They went to the conference finals that
Ben
year.
Simmons beat the 76.
No, the Hawks fans told Ben Simmons, "Don't shoot that broke ass shit." That nigga said,
No. His
No,
Ben
no,
Simmons'
that
neighbor
brother had a
told him
mental.
not
He
to.
had a mental breakdown. He had a
Ben
mental
Simmons-
scare.
even like we could go down Atlanta
where he
history.
went
When we
afterwards.
Ben
played
Simmons'
Boston,
family told him not to shoot.
when we played
I'll tell you where he
Boston, we
went
had Joe
afterwards.
Johnson, Al Horford, Josh Smith. No,
But if
Al
Josh
Horford.
Smith was on the team with Trae Young, raps. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. If Josh Smith was on this team right now with Trae Young, I like them conference final teams
Well, I'm
every
gonna be
single
honest
year.
with you. Is it the same? Well, I have to see what the offense will look like. Because if it's gonna be Trae Young chucking up, or like if he's gonna be chucking up threes, or if he's gonna be,
But
or if he's
Josh
gonna be
Smith
on his
not going
point
for
guard
that.
shit,
Josh
go
Smith
ahead.
not going for that.
If he,
You think Josh Smith would have went for that?
no, probably not.
That boy would have beat the fuck out of Trae, boy.
Hey, meet me in the
Hey,
locker room. Hey, come
bud,
in the locker room.
I get shots, nigga. You get shots, I get shots too.
No,
Right.
but
But
I can even put up there the Sacramento Kings. They crowd be getting lit. They got the cowbells.
yeah, they be
They be getting
I
lit,
think
yeah.
these are teams that historically don't be in the playoffs. I think the litter teams are the teams that ain't been there in forever, excluding the Celtics and the Warriors. I feel like the Celtics and the Warriors are exceptions, but
the
in terms of
Timberwolves.
well, they be in there every couple years, every like 3 years they get in the
Nah,
playoffs.
I'm playing. Nah,
But
for
I
real
don't know.
though,
I
the
haven't seen
Grizzlies though.
nothing.
The Grizzlies be lit.
The Grizzlies
The Grizzlies be lit.
Yeah, the
Them
Grizzlies
niggas
fans.
be
do.
lit. I ain't gonna hold you. The Cavs when Braun was there.
Oh, they was different. It was
I'm
different.
gonna be honest
Okay,
with
you're
you.
first saying, okay, now she's got the experience
I'm
of
gonna be
that.
honest
How
with you.
was that?
Chicago.
It was only lit when it came to the playoffs. During the season, no. That's what I'm talking about. What arenas are lit during the season?
That's why I wish I knew that because I'm
That's
only
what
going
I'm
on
talking
playoffs.
about.
Because
Like,
I don't see.
Chicago,
I'm gonna be honest
that's
with
why
you.
I
I don't
say
see
the
anybody
Celtics.
lit.
Boston for sure.
Yeah,
The
because I don't
Celtics,
see.
the
I would have to say
Kings,
Boston too. Because
I
I don't
think
see anybody
the
lit throughout
teams with
outside of the playoffs. I don't.
the team with like the rich
My
heritage
bad,
of winning, the organizations
the
that have like
Lakers.
the Lakers, the Celtics, Chicago.
Anytime,
Put the
first of
fucking
all,
gun down.
Don't
if
do
you really want
that.
to
Don't
see,
do
if you
that.
want to see the Lakers and the Clippers play, that's when you really see a gym be lit. Because then you can see, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, as a basketball fan, I be feeling bad for the Clippers when they have those Lakers versus Clippers games. Because I'm like, damn, it's their home game, but there's none of them people there for the Clippers.
They the ugly stepchild.
You can't feel
That's
bad
their
for them
fault.
niggas. You
That's
can't
their
feel
fault.
bad for them
They
niggas.
allowed
It's their
that to happen.
fault.
No,
They
it's
the
their
ugly
fault.
Exactly.
stepchild.
You
Like,
No,
allowed
because I'm gonna tell
another
you
team
why.
to move to
I'm
your
gonna tell you
city
why.
and take over.
I was sitting there and I'm watching the Lakers and Clippers game the other day, and I want to say the Clippers was up by 20 on the Lakers, and that arena was quiet. And out of nowhere, this man LeBron went on like a whole run by himself and brought them boys back by 8. Bro, that whole gym was jumping. This man LeBron
Bro,
hit 3
you
threes
gotta
straight,
show.
and I was like,
That's
bro.
why I said them Lakers. That's the Lakers gym, nigga. Because, but
Yeah.
to our point, what Mel said, they allowed that shit to happen. So back to what we talked about the Magic.
I just
Magic
fact
got
checked
their
myself.
own arena.
I just fact checked myself. The Lakers were there first. I had to check. I had fact check
Yeah, the
myself.
Lakers was there first.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Lakers was
No,
there
you
first.
see, I said
That's what I'm saying.
You
The
quoted me,
Clippers
but I was
allowed
saying
that shit to happen.
no, but I was saying they allowed it to happen in terms of you let the Lakers come into your city. That's why. But I was like, oh no,
Well,
the
you might
Lakers.
not
were-
Walk in
have.
your trap, take
Okay,
over your
I see what
trap.
you're saying. Well,
Yeah.
let me say this though. Well, I'm gonna still use what he said and quote it, but I'm gonna use it
Remix it.
differently. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm gonna still use what he said because that's what niggas do when they read the Bible. But that being said, bro, like this, like they allowed this shit to happen. You got the whole, but you gotta just let it be what it is, man.
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything. No one said anything. No one said
Jamel
nothing.
died.
We let it
Oh,
be.
this is what they do when they read the Bible.
But all right. Bro, all right. Pastors be tweaking that guy to fit whatever.
No. Go back.
All right now. All right. He reaching. He
That's
going.
the
About
truth.
to lose a whole
But
damn.
We
I'm
going
just
down the
saying,
field.
don't get me wrong. It some of the messages I be agreeing with, and I feel like I interpreted it that way as well. It's just based off all your interpretations. Don't get me wrong. So I feel like that's what it boils down to. But so going over to what we were talking about before though, the Magic bought their own. The Magic bought their own thing. They came in late. They got their own arena. You ain't see the Clippers. I don't know about the Clippers having their own arena. Where were they when they were
What do
San
you mean?
Diego? Like I don't know if they had their own shit.
Hold up. Who the Magic took their arena from?
No, they didn't take the arena. They have their own. They bought their own. They got their arena. Like they didn't buy it, but they have their spot where they're sponsored by such and such. And they
Well,
set
who
up
in the
their
same
own
city as
thing.
Orlando Magic?
Oh.
So what they got to do with anything?
Well,
Orlando came in the game late. I'm using Orlando because they came in the game late. Same thing with the Clippers. The Clippers came in the game later than most of these franchises that were already around.
Okay. I get where you're going. I get what you're saying. But I'm gonna say this: ain't nobody else
in Miami.
Ain't nobody else in Orlando. So it's like
They could have went to Miami.
The Clippers decided to bring their ass from Buffalo all the way to Los Angeles when the Lakers was already there. And then it was like, okay, so where you gonna play at? I thought it's okay if we share the same arena. You think that's a good idea? Okay.
Like,
okay. Hey, brother.
You ain't got no banners.
You ain't got no banners.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to the arena with all their bathrooms.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no jerseys to retire.
We got rings. We got Hall of
I'm
Famers.
gonna use the bathroom in like 3 different spots inside of their arena.
Y'all got cool colorways.
They got a bunch of stalls in there supposedly. So I just want to go try them out.
I heard something about that.
Bro, are you talking about the new arena?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't forget.
Yeah, because they said they want to make sure people aren't in the bathroom.
Don't be trying to get into the wall with another team jersey. Yeah, you can't. You ain't allowed to go to the wall without another team jersey.
That's not
I'm like, bro,
if they want to make money, if they want to make money,
I don't want to go to the wall.
I don't want
prison rules.
I'm sitting there. I'm looking like, bro, you really think that is that many Clippers fans?
I think they're gonna make money. Yeah, I think, bro, you got
just to do the wall.
I don't think it's. You honestly, you posed a good question because after you started saying it, I was like, maybe not. You got to make money because you got to sell the tickets in order to make the money. So
that whole section, and I mean, I can't remember how many seats he said. I want to say it's like 8,000 or something like that.
8,000. Hell no, that shit will never be full.
Okay. I'm like, it's like 800 seats there, at least 800 seats, and that's
even
from
over 100.
And I'm like, bro, I don't think there's enough. I don't think it's enough Clippers fans to be filling that whole wall. I guess the wall is just gonna be empty majority of the time and filled with filler people.
Oh,
hey man,
COVID.
do what
they did during COVID. Just had to fake people. Have us a heavily
fake people to stand there.
You got Sacramento and you got the Warriors. This is they on 2 different sides of the bay. They don't come together.
Oh, okay.
LA big enough to where y'all could be over here.
What are we talking about?
And y'all could be over there.
Okay. I didn't know.
I know y'all was about to cook me. I know y'all.
Yeah, I was like, "Where's the plane going?"
I asked you a question. I asked you a question.
I'm sitting on the plane like, "Where's he flying?"
Over there
he landed it nice. He landed it somewhere I wanted to go.
You did. He landed. Yeah, you just had to wait for a little bit. There was a little delay.
was confused.
The runway we had to wait for the runway to clear. He had to do a couple laps around the
Playboy,
runway.
I'm not
Playboy.
always there when you call,
If
but
you-
I'm always
if
on
you
time.
follow up with Playboy.
Always on time.
All right.
Hey, Mel.
Yeah, I didn't know
Hey,
that's where
Mel.
we were going with
What
this.
the
I
fuck
didn't know
is
that's
going
where we were going.
I'm not even gonna say the reference to that video because
Y'all gonna follow up with him?
We'll lose a
Y'all-
demographic.
Y'all stay in that call with him when it crash out. Y'all gonna follow
You
with
see
him?
what
Go
I'm
ahead.
saying? Yeah, you follow
Yeah,
up with Playboy. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you don't know where you go. You don't know.
Go ahead, follow up with him. I live with him, so I'm used to this. I ain't paying that no attention.
I was just confused. That's all. I was just saying.
Oh Lord. Anywho, let's dive up out of this topic. Everybody got their good heavy opinions out of here. Hopefully, probably we're not gonna see no change in the East and the West. It'll all be
We not.
What's up?
Unless the star go over there.
I just think that was great that we talked about legacy of certain teams. I think that was wonderful. That's all I want to say.
Okay, now you didn't even land that plane. You just kind of we just
Nah,
disappeared.
cook him.
Yeah, I was about to say like
taking it
like,
back.
I
what
just
the
did.
fuck,
I just
bro?
did. I
You
just
go
go.
crash
He didn't
into
even land the
fucking
going to the
bank,
background
nigga?
of these teams. I'm like, okay. I like how we
You just
kind
gonna
of went
crash into the
historically
bank?
because historically there's certain teams that have been absolutely asses all our lives, and literally some teams have just always been great. So I just thought I felt like that impromptu question about the arenas and everything. I found that part. I want to say thank y'all for allowing me to ask that question.
You could have saved that for post.
No,
I'm just playing with
my
you.
nigga, like,
I'm
damn,
just
we
playing,
can't
bro.
get this off the
You good,
camera.
bro.
Like, hey, niggas want to
My
give
bad.
the
You let him
flowers while
cook
niggas
long enough, he
hey,
gonna burn the house down.
You know what they say?
Hey.
Get all the women and the children out. Hey, when the house is on fire, get all the women and children out. Go ahead. You've never heard that saying? That's always
No,
been a saying.
I've heard I know the saying. I watched the movie Titanic. They said women and children only.
Nigga, what? There wasn't even a
My
house on
dad's
fire.
a firefighter, and I've never heard that saying. No, I've never heard that either. I guess because in literal terms, niggas go in there to get whoever the fuck is in the building out, not just
Who's
the
on
women
the
and
first
the
floor?
like,
They
I'm not
always,
going upstairs.
you always get the women, you get the children, and then from there you're like, okay, let's get the old out, and then that's you, and then it's like, oh,
Young
and we
man.
still got time. Let's get
Young
the dog
man.
out.
Sir,
Let's
this
get the
is
pets
not
out.
this
of
is
the way.
not wit.
Young man, you better fend for yourself, young man.
up.
Looking at
Rumble,
us.
young man, rumble.
You young enough, jump out that window.
How you young and you tired? You better okay.
It's a hard life out
What
here.
you mean you've been taking in the
Coughing
back,
for?
taking in the fire? What you mean your lungs might be choking? Come on, boy, you young. You got young lungs.
No.
I can't believe it. What you
You
mean I'm
smoke a lot
supposed
of
to have
weed,
a
don't
burnt,
you? You go inhale
burnt
some
skin?
smoke. You like the ganja,
What does
right?
this
You go
have
inhale
to do?
some gaseous fumes.
Hate it. Man, we'll be right back with the Heavily Opinionated
That nigga
Podcast.
said- that nigga went Memphis.
Fumes.
This is the heavily opinionated commercial break.
If you have some opinions and you think that they heavy, if you have some opinions, you should think that they heavy. You better bring them. Yeah, you better bring them to the Heavily Opinionated Podcast. You better bring them. Yeah, you better bring them. Yeah, to the Heavily Opinionated Podcast with Melly Mel, Playboy Troy, Coolie High, Platinum Pat, DJ Rose. Yeah. And we are back with the Heavily Opinionated Podcast. Let's get into it. Pat, you got a hot topic for us. Dive into it. Let's go. What you got?
All right. So my question, you know what I mean, it's been critiqued and asked and this, that, and worked with, I guess.
Put under
But
a
nah,
microscope.
So I asked this in a group chat, but, you know, basically the question is, would you rather be a legend in their sport, or, you know, what is better, or what opinion do you have on this? You know, would you rather a person be a legend in the sport, or would you rather, and a legend, I mean, in the sense of, you know, from being a great player, you know, as being a legend, you're going to be compensated top dollar. So you're going to be paid, you know, top dollar, X, Y, and Z in earnings. You're going to make the what, excuse me, what did Patrick Mahomes get? 500 mil for 10 years or something like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna make those top earning dollars and those top contracts. You're gonna set the bar. Or would you rather be known for winning championships and being a part of good teams and having moments with these teams, not necessarily being compensated that top dollar as a great player, but being that role player, being that glue guy who, hey, without me, we wouldn't have won those championships.
Can I go first?
Go ahead.
Please.
I would much rather be. What's his name? Play for won 7 championships
I know you're talking
Robert
about.
Horry?
and play for
Robert
San
Horry.
Antonio.
Robert
Mhm.
Horry. Big
I
shot
would much
baller.
rather be Robert Ory than Adrian Peterson.
Why you do
See,
that?
so I'm asking this. Look, so I'm not necessarily that's stuff, but I'm not necessarily asking like who would you can answer it on a who would you rather be or you would rather be this, but you can even look at it like, all right, we was talking about Bronny earlier. You know, what would you like to see Bronny's career look like to say, all right, this was a great career for a star or a player, you know what I'm saying? So but you can also look at it like that, you know what I mean, and be like, I'd rather be this or that.
In the words of Young Doll, rest in peace. Go get the money. Go get.
But
the
would
money.
you say that though? Because if you Robert Ory, are you getting the money? You're a glue guy. You're a glue guy on teams. You're getting rings. I can't get paid top dollar. They got Shaq and Kobe on their thing.
Well,
Now, don't get me wrong. He could probably go somewhere else and go be top dollar potentially. But when I'm with Shaq and Kobe, when I'm over here with the Spurs, when I'm with, you know what I'm saying, these other top dollars, because I think what they had Tim Duncan, the Arsenal. I don't know if he played with
who?
Tony.
Robert Horry?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played with Tim Duncan. He played with Tim Duncan. Not Duncan Robinson.
David Robinson.
No, he didn't play with David Robinson. He played with that trio though. He played with the Manu.
Okay,
Tony,
so he played with Manu. Okay.
Yeah, he played with them. He didn't play with Robinson.
Ain't enough for you to get paid, my boy. Ain't enough for you to get paid. You know what I mean? But we got a ring for you at the end of the year.
I'm gonna be honest with
Your
you.
name's gonna be left.
And this one is kind of in this scenario when you bring up Robert Horry, right? When he was on that San Antonio team, he was up there and getting paid because Manu wasn't fully in that. He wasn't fully like superstar. Like he was that guy at that point. He was still coming up. He was an important part of the team, but he was still coming up. So like that's why when we was talking and when you brought up the question, I started about thinking about what players could that be. So you could really, if we want to, I'm gonna say 90s basketball, right? And this question was, would you rather be Steve Kerr in this situation with the Bulls and the Spurs because he was just a glue guy on that team, or would you rather be like the Tim Hardaway at that time, who was a superstar of Orlando Magic and he was getting paid? Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
Orlando Magic.
Every time we bring up the Magic, I'm gonna do it, man. It's a bop. I ain't gonna lie. It
hits. It hits every time. But I'm saying, in this situation, who would you rather be?
Would you
rather be Tim Hardaway, who sits here and gets commercials and he's getting money, but he has no championship rings, but he's known as a great player? Or would you rather be Steve Kerr, who ain't getting the top dollar, but he's getting the championships and everything out of that?
Okay. Here's how I'll answer it.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, because you brought it. Go ahead.
I was about to say, me personally, if I'm being honest, I'd rather be the Tim Hardaway in this situation. Because in this situation, I'm looking at, bro, the championships are cool and all. Like, it'll be great if I did win a championship, but I'm one of those people who's gonna look past like that moment. Because I know sooner or later I'm gonna be like, bro, where is my family gonna be sitting at money wise? Where am I gonna be sitting? Like, how's that gonna be sitting at? My legacy gonna be cool and all. Like, oh well. My legacy of, oh man, he's a great player, but he never won a championship. Okay, that's cool with me. I don't need that. I don't need to have that at that point. Because it's like, bro, especially, and I'm thinking about like if you get to Chris Paul level right now. Chris Paul is like, I really want a ring. I really want a ring. Why do you really want a ring, Chris? Is it because your time is coming up? Is it because the window has closed on you even getting a championship? Or is it because everybody has been making fun of you about not having a championship? Which one is it? Because you got paid the big bucks. You're in the State Farm commercial. You're in every other State Farm commercial.
I think it's gotta be the fact that he wants it, because regardless of what everybody else is saying, nobody else is waking up and getting and going to the gym and doing the workouts. Nobody else is going having the surgeries and doing all this and doing that on their body. Like that shit not cool. Like I had 3 surgeries in 2 years, bro. I was like, bro, I'm not even going to a fucking doctor. Like they cut me open and fucking ran blood tests and did all that shit when they had my surgery. They told me I was healthy and I was good. I'm not going to a doctor for at least a year. So you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, you gotta work up courage. And they already say black men don't like going to the doctor and this, that, and the third on that. And you know what I'm saying? So you really gotta work up some courage to still fucking wake up and put in that work like how he do. You know what I'm saying? And so I think Chris Paul wants the ring for real, but I do agree. Like, you got the big bucks, and I mean, like, I personally, you know, so I would say I want the money. I don't.
Yeah,
really
I'm gonna say
I want
the money. I want the
I
money.
want the money.
I want the money, man.
If I could be known for anything, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, because, like I said, building your legend. If I could be known for anything, I want to be known for the nigga who made the most from the NBA, from the NFL.
And I'm gonna bring him up. It's a player.
And let me be that guy, highest earner.
It's a player, and I need to look him up. Maybe Jamel could do a quick search for me. But it's a player that he was like a role player. He was a glue guy, but he stayed disciplined in the fact he saved all his NBA checks, just like a Chad Ochocinco. He saved all his checks. And he came out and he during the summer, like off season, like when players were working out, he was working at Wendy's. And he worked at Wendy's to learn the business of how to run a Wendy's. And then when he retired, he ended up buying a bunch of Wendy's with all the money he'd been saving.
Oh, I know.
And he became like a billionaire. That's what I want. That's what I would rather have.
He's an old NBA player.
Because I could buy
Junior Bridgman.
I can go buy a ring.
I could buy a ring
during the off season,
and slap my name on it and be like, "Yeah, I'm a champion." Ain't nobody gonna care.
That's his name, Junior Bridgman. Let me see what Let me see what he's done.
I think about it. I go, what's gonna keep me warm? What's gonna keep me warm at night? That championship or a nice home?
A nice home. Here's how I say it. Because starting off the point, Hooley was like, this answers the question itself. He said, "Who is that guy that got 7?" Exactly. Couldn't even think of his name off rip. Yeah, Robert Horry. I knew who he's talking about, but if y'all didn't say his name, I would have been here forever. Me and Cooley would have been like, "Who is that dude?" Because you know he got that, but you don't know his name. Because also you got that, and then if you look at also the, like you said, with legacy, think about before the NBA with the ABA. Now, if somebody sits here and say, "I had 3 rings in the ABA back in the day," ain't nobody, who cares? That was, so it's like, who's to say that in 50 years, when you 70 years old, talking about, "I want a ring," and they could be like, "Bro, who cares about the NBA? We're now in the CBA now." You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't bank off that.
You gotta be that guy.
But that money that you make, ain't nobody could say, "Oh, that money from the 50s. Yeah, and it had grown some interest. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like,
it's old money now.
It's generational. It's
That.
generational wealth. So yeah, give me that, because at the end of the day, also the real championship is making it to the NBA. Because at the end of the day, it's less than a 1% chance that you gonna make it anyway.
Exactly.
That's the championship itself.
Bro.
It's just suiting up for one game in the NBA. The odds of that, just one game out of 82 for 1 minute of play, is crazy compared to all the youth that want to play. So
to this point, so let's tangent then real quick, because I mean, let's tangent then, because I would love to know y'all's opinion. Personally, my opinion, like a Carmelo, a Russ, a CP, these are great players. I don't care if they ever had a ring or not had a ring, bro. And I think to this point, I'm a fan of Gilbert Arenas. Gil only had 3 years of a run. He got hurt.
He made a lot of money.
And he was a great player, you know what I mean? So to that, let me ask y'all, does legacy or is legacy defined with championship winning? We can go to football, we can go to basketball, we can go to soccer, but is legacy built off of winning championships to you?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna use one word to describe it and to tell you how your legacy is built. Longevity. Longevity. How if you could sit there like Gil, right? Gil had what you said 3 good years where he had a chance of championship. Well, he had 3 good years, right? To me, and I'm gonna be honest, Gil was a great player if you watch basketball like that, but he's not. How would I put? He's not Hall of Fame to me. Because
he knows he's not Hall of Fame. He knows he's not Hall of Fame.
That's good for him, but I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, it makes
no,
sense.
I'm saying because I think the way you say it, I think you kind of like was like, he's not really Hall of Fame to me. Like some people would question it, but him himself would say.
Well, I know some people who probably would say like, he should be in Hall of Fame. Like, because there's some fans are like that, but to me, I'm like,
I don't think he's Hall of Fame.
I don't think he's Hall of Fame. So like, but when I think of like, okay, Russell Westbrook has been playing for what, 12, 13 years now?
Yeah, he's got an MVP.
Yeah, 15 years.
He has a record. You know
MVP,
what I'm saying? He broke
triple-double record, multiple-time All-Star.
Been to the finals.
Right.
Been to the finals.
Hall of Fame.
He has a decade.
Hall of Fame. That's
multiple Western Conference finals. Yeah. My question is, does the Hall of Fame cut me a check?
I'm pretty sure they cut you a check.
They pay for they might pay for everybody to come there and have the celebration. We all do a flight. They fly me out. Cool. Where the money at? No money? I don't care.
One in the same.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a ring, technically winning a ring will get me more money than joining the Hall of Fame.
That's true.
That is true.
But I mean, Hall of Fame.
Winning the in-season tournament. Winning the in-season tournament might get me more money than Hall of Fame now. Come on.
But Hall of Fame is like that celebration of that longevity, and also this Hall of Fame is also kind of like, to me, it's always been like accomplishment to someone who had that dream. That's the end goal to that dream. So like if you sitting there and you don't need to be basketball Hall of Fame, football Hall of Fame, stuff like that. That could be anything. So if I'm sitting here and like for me, I'm in the military, right? If I could end up somehow, some way, end up with a building named after me, a ship named after me, I'll be like, you know what? I'll take that. I'm cool with that. That is for me. I'm like, bro, I made enough impact for me to do that, to be on that kind of level. That's cool with me. So
is that what you dreamed of as a kid?
Huh?
Did you dream of that as a kid?
What, to have a building or something named after me?
Yeah.
I would say yes. I dreamed of having something that would live past me.
A legacy,
legacy. And I asked that because I think to the point of what you were saying, I think Hall of Fame is that childhood dream still being fulfilled. You know what I mean? Where like Hall of Fame speaks to, because like Mel was saying, you're not really gonna get paid for it. A Hall of Fame jacket, if you give your Hall of Fame jacket up to pay rent one time, and then you fuck the next month, so you might as well hold on to it because like you only got one time that you can give it up. So pause. But that being said, it's like, like that being said, it's just like Jamel fucked me up, bro. You gotta just let it be what it is.
You did. When you say the pause, it makes me think about what you said, and I'm like, that's funny. Give it up. Hey, only once. Virginity.
You know what I'm saying?
For rent. He gave it up one time for rent. Okay.
Oh Lord. I didn't even think about
rent is even worse.
She do it better when the rent do.
Oh, if we're speaking on that, no, that can happen every month.
No, it's the post.
We can figure things out. We can make arrangements.
We can set up a payment plan.
Oh man, my bad, man. Go ahead, keep going.
Oh shit, but yeah, so you know what I mean, like you said, I mean, for real, like that Hall of Fame jacket really just speaks to the kid in you. But I think your earnings as you grow up, you start to realize like if it's not about achieving, taking care of your family, building a legacy, and you can build a legacy with your earnings, and you can build, and you see that this is the way that you can get umpteen millions. So I think once guys recognize that, they just start manipulating the system and just start getting to that bag. Which, as fans, sometimes we are like, bro, what the fuck? Like we like for example, Dak with the Cowboys. Dak just strong armed these niggas because them niggas told him no on the first thing. And I get it, you know what I mean? But bro, who else can we get? You leave no money on the table. You know what I mean? So as fans, we're like, damn. But as human beings and as players, and as men and women and pro athletes and at a job, what is it about?
I gotta get mine.
About the checks. As I can't remember who actually said it. It was I know it's a wrestler that said it. It's all about chips and checks. Chips and checks.
What I will say, I have a quick remix question. So, because one of y'all, I think it was one of y'all brought up Steve Kerr, and it made me think.
Yeah.
It made me think. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never heard of that guy until he was coaching for the Warriors. So that's another thing too. But he does have rings too. Which would you rather have? Would you rather be known as one of the best coaches or one of the best players? And I feel like I could really do something else with that question, but that's the first one I was thinking of. Which one would you really be rather known for, coaching or playing?
Playing. Because I mean, coaching would be cool. Let me say this, because coaching, you had to guide, you had to literally get a bunch of men to really go. I mean, coaching, you would leave more of a mark, but playing, that means I bust a lot of ass. And that means I was poster child. I ain't never put a fucking poster up on a coach outside of fucking Samuel L. Jackson on Coach Carter with the nigga goddamn stepping on the ball. Other than that, that's the only coach that's ever been on my wall. So,
and he ain't even will. He ain't will. That's a thing.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. Here's what I'll do. Highest paid coach of all time, or most rings as a player all time. Which one? Because I know we all picked the money earlier in terms of the player, but now that the money's on the coaching side,
highest paid coach.
Yeah, I'm about to say, nigga, it's about the dollar. This shit don't change.
Okay, good. That don't change.
Look at it.
All right, cool.
I'm trying
to be the highest paid coach right now. Steve Kerr.
But you getting dogged out like Doc Rivers.
Nigga, I ain't got to run no suicides. I ain't got to run no suicides. I'm getting paid that dollar.
And I could be drippy.
Y'all think NBA players run suicides still?
Laid in a nice suit on game day.
I don't know what them niggas do. Probably not.
All right, boy, you're not telling me. You're not telling me when I earn more than you, coach. You're not telling me to run no suicide. Give me some plays to run.
I mean, Steve Kerr right now getting paid $17.5 million.
Damn sure not.
Right now, Steve Kerr is getting paid $17.5 million right now. And I'm being honest with you.
A year?
Yeah, a year. So I say he got a $35 million extension, like literally February. He literally just got an extension. So I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure my man
Eric Spoelstra, the 20, the one this year, the Eric Spoelstra contract, one largest of all time, 20 mil, 8-year extension, making him the highest paid coach.
Wait, what is he making?
20 mil. What it says? 20 mil, 8-year extension. I don't know if that's 20 mil a year. I'm not gonna do too much.
No, it's not 20 mil a year. It's $4 million.
Never 20 mil a year.
Yeah. No. Okay.
No.
So yeah. Steve Kerr is on the 35 for 2 years, given the 17.5 per year. So I guess it's different. It's Spoelstra. It's like, you're making the 20, but it's over 8. So,
but that's the thing. So Steph Curry,
17.
Steph Curry gets paid 51 mil, 52 mil a year, which makes him the highest.
No. It was Monty. 78.5 mil. How many years is that? Jesus Christ.
5 years, 4 years.
5.
Because I say Steph
Okay. Spoelstra is Spoelstra is 20 mil a year, actually, because it's 8 years, 120 million. So it's 20 mil per year. So it is Spoelstra, I think.
Oh yeah, Spoelstra getting to
120 over 8 years. Yeah.
Hey, I take 20 mil to tell a nigga what to do.
Yeah, Monty's is 6 years over 75, 78.
Yeah, you could keep the
Coach some
championship.
niggas.
You could keep being
Actually, no, I want to be Monty. I want to be Monty. I take Monty. Some niggas ain't got no expectations to win.
But
I don't have
but
Pat
you
Riley
sitting
breathing
here.
over my neck.
No, but I'd rather be on a team to where you give me this big contract and we be trash in 2 years. Buy me out, then buy me out so I can
And they
sit
gonna
down.
fire me.
Don't stop
Exactly,
believing
my
in me.
nigga.
Stop believing in me.
Exactly. Hey,
Don't be
that's
like,
that
oh man,
okay.
shit.
we gonna keep
Okay,
living.
Hey,
Taking
I'm
big
saying,
brain.
fire
I
me,
gotta
my
be
nigga. You gotta
stressed.
pay me all out.
I gotta be stressed out for the next 6 years and still get fired. No, fire me after 2
But
years
no,
of me
no, no,
not
no.
living
But
up to nothing.
okay, so now you're looking at it, right? So Steve
And I'm in
Kerr,
Miami.
Steve Kerr is the highest paid coach with 35 mil. But then you sitting there, you got Steph Curry sitting there as the highest paid player with
We stop.
52
Oh,
mil.
okay. I thought you kept because you kept saying Steph Kerr. I'm like, who?
No, Steph Curry.
Okay.
But
Yeah, okay.
you said you alluded to this earlier. I mean, last week though, Playboy.
What?
The earnings that they've earned. I mean, you can do that. They're $1 billion company.
How does that compare to last week? I'm confused.
You were talking about how Steph is the reason why they made this much. I don't know if it was you talking about that, Dan. I might have been talking to somebody else, but I think it was you talking.
It wasn't. I don't think it was me.
Yeah, it must not have been. It was some Playboy shit. It was some Playboy shit though. But basically, I mean, the earnings. I mean, they done made over $1 billion now, fucking with Steph and.
Well, I could have told you that because you could literally
Steve Kerr.
You see it. So you can see it when they talk about who's always over the hard cap and stuff like that. Because like the Lakers, they're all you can see the teams where the money is dumped like crazy amount, and then you can see the teams where like, no offense to them, like the Detroit Pistons, they don't got money like that. They ain't about to be dropping no bag on no crazy.
That's a blue chip company.
They dropped was on Bogdanovich last year.
That's a billionaire. The owner of that team. That's just a tax write off for him.
Yeah, you could tell that I'm not even gonna be disrespectful like that, but the highest paid player on that team probably is Cade Cunningham at this point. Being honest, so I'm just saying.
Or Bogey, because he's been in the league longer.
Bogey, Bogdanovich? Yeah. No,
Bogdanovich. You know, it's like 3 different bogeys in the league, though. It's 3 different bogeys.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm trying to think of which one you're talking about because Bogdanovich the shooter.
He played with the Pistons.
Because I was say he just got sent to New York.
He's not there no more. You're right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's what I say. That's where they dropped all their bag of money at last year. They literally put it on him, and then they sent him out to the Knicks this year. So that's what I'm saying. K is probably the most richest person on that team, and then probably second behind him is Monty Williams.
Evan Fournier makes the most.
Coach making the most money. We the only team.
The Knicks, so that makes sense.
We the only team. Detroit, the only team that where the coach is making more. So
hey,
I'm making money.
What coaches be saying? I can't run the plays for you. You should be.
Hey,
you making more money than me.
That nigga went in there and said, "I can't tell these guys what to do. They make more than me. I gotta be compensated around the same level, man. You see what I'm saying?" Then he went back and went to negotiated contract. Lower than me, nigga. Lower than me, nigga. You can't get that because that's gonna be higher than me.
Sons.
We gotta trade him.
Oh, y'all my sons.
Gotta get rid of him. He was making a little bit more, two more than me. You gotta go. Gotta get up.
Big bank take little bank. This is my team. I'm gonna be here longer than y'all. I got the longest contract on here. I gotta get up out of here.
I'm gonna be here.
Hey, Monty I'm not even gonna lie. Monty might keep his job for real. he ain't gonna get fired for a while. He might keep his job.
I know. And hey, he better. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. I'll say it on pod. But anywho, appreciate y'all for rocking with the Heavily Opinionated podcast. Anybody got anything they want to get off the get out real quick before we get up out of here? We good.
You know,
man, y'all have a wonderful
check me out on Platinum P Gaming.
Well, you know, Right now, WrestleMania season kicking up in the wrestling world. Right now, wrestling is back hot, is back cool right now. The Rock is there. Roman Reigns is on fire right now. Cody Rhodes on fire. Y'all boys check out the We're WrestleManiacs 2 podcast with your boy Playboy Troy and Izzy Too Real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. WrestleManiacs 2, Platinum P Gaming over there on Twitch. Got to stay locked in.
I gotta get more
boys.
official. Yeah, Platinum P Gaming, you know what I mean? You can check me out on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? You know what's going on, you know what's rocking, baby, you know what I'm saying? GDE, baby, you know what I'm saying? You can check me out on 300 Block 2, you know what I'm saying? I might just be on your block, you know what I'm saying? You can see me on the game, you can see me on Twitch, it's Platinum P Gaming, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, love you, baby. Yeah.
Hey,
No,
hey,
that was not efficient. That was not efficient.
I didn't get what you were saying.
Oh Lord.
I gotta do my playback.
Well,
I gotta
my
do my
bad.
playback.
I forgot to do my part. I forgot to do the one little part. Platinum P Gaming, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that way y'all can get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we rock, baby.
And you boys, y'all boys better go ahead and check out Evil Angels. Go ahead, check that out too.
Yeah, go check out Evil Angels. We just launched the site. We revamped it. We still got hoodies, got jeans.
We gonna plug that in. Click down below. We gonna put the link down there.
Please, can I get a link, please?
Yes, yeah. We gonna link everybody in.
Please.
We gonna click the link below on this video.
Go follow us on Instagram.
Evil
Go follow all our
Instagrams,
N_J36 on Instagram. Go follow
Fans,
all our
just
Instagram.
let y'all know, it's not just y'all who not getting the shit. We begging the nigga for the shit too. Pause. We want the fucking drip too.
Not me. I got the link. I'm subscribed to it.
Keeping it over, gatekeeping on California. They not sending it to the East Coast.
That shit crazy.
No, I'm gonna drop it. I'm about to
California
drop it.
exclusive. Everything California exclusive. State over.
Hey, now you know how we feel now, man.
We
We
ain't with us.
over in California acting brand new. Now we acting
We
brand
acting
new.
Hollywood.
I ain't
We used to, you was gatekeeping over here in Cali when you was over there.
No, I was not. No, I was not.
No.
You was right
I told
there.
them niggas to send a pound and they wouldn't ship it.
Oh, see, yeah, I'm not doing that.
See, now
No.
you acting
You talking to the wrong person.
body bag.
Yeah,
You
you talking to the
body.
wrong buddy. You talking to the wrong brother. Never doing that.
You don't hung out with Dr. Strange. He got you hanging out your body. You acting crazy.
Who? You told who?
Dr. Strange.
Who you told? Because you told me. I don't know. Well, than me. Anyway,
You remember? You don't get the reference back. That scene from Doctor Strange where she tapped him and he went out his spill left his body.
It was over his head.
You gotta go back and watch that.
That's a pause. That's a pause, Najee.
I saw the movie.
Over his head. No. Remember months ago. I forgot what episode. 34. I don't know. I said over his head. This man passed it. Pause. I said went over his head. He said pause.
It went over his head.
What do you mean? I'm still
slipping
on
water.
That.
I can't allow this.
You slipping on water and you nut tapping, but we got to pause the over the head. Okay.
Over the head is crazy. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't say nut tapping. Actually, Najee did. But I did say I slipped on water and fell on my nut.
No.
You trying to clean it up,
brother. You did not say water.
No, I'm not cleaning shit up. I said I slipped on the wood and then I paused it because there was a wooden floor. And then I said there was water on the floor as I was bringing the ball up, and I slipped and I fell on my nut.
You said it was
exactly
wet.
what I said. And I said yes. I didn't say shit about tapping
y'all boys
nuts.
go check out
UZ.com. Why niggas out here reaching for nuts?
Get you a wet tank and get you a wet rumper.
This is another edition of
before you try and check me, police.
This is another edition of the Pause Court.
What's one of the 19 things? What's one of the 19 things I'm not supposed to say to the police?
Oh Lord, no, not this again.
All right,
the one thing you do need to tell the police if any of us ever check out the Heavily Opinionated podcast.
Hey,
listen to it while you're sitting there.
Pause.
We not gonna bail you out.
Hey, pause, my
we
nigga.
appreciate the free
you know you don't need to be doing all that. Pause.
Hey, when you're sitting in the car just waiting on to catch some crime, listen to Heavily Opinionated. And with that, we are out. Peace.